Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen we're making a quick and easy black bean soup. So let's get started. First off, grab a medium Dutch oven or pot. We're gonna add 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup of olive oil right into the pot. Place the pot over medium heat. I want my oil to be dancing in the pan, so while it's warming up, I'm gonna just chop 1 yellow onion, cut your onion in half, leave the root stem on, vertical chops, and then switch directions. So easy. If you're working with 1 big onion, it's about 2 cups. I also want 1.5 cups of chopped carrots. So just peel some carrots. You'll want about 4 medium ones and give them a nice chop. For me, that means cutting the carrots halfway down the middle and then just chopping them up. You'll end up with some half moons and full moons. It'll look cute. So cute. Veggies are chopped, the oil is warm. We're gonna add the onion and carrot right into the pot. Grab a wooden spoon. I'm gonna stir these guys occasionally until they're tender. It'll be about 10 minutes over medium heat. Just get them nice and coated in oil to begin with. There's really not that much prep to do for this recipe, so while they're heating up, let's just get our garlic together. You'll want 4 or so cloves of garlic. Just give them a good smash to get the skin off, and we're gonna mince them up. My onion's translucent and the carrot's pretty tender, so it's time to add the garlic and a lot of spices in. I definitely went over 4 cloves on this. You know the deal. Garlic cloves are always like a minimum suggestion. No less, but you can add more. Stir that in. Now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of cumin. In you go. A teaspoon of dried oregano. And by the way, black bean soup is like a classic Cuban dish. There were so many amazing Cuban restaurants in Los Angeles where I grew up that this is kind of my, just like a little bit of a recreation of a memory I had. So I wouldn't say it's authentic at all, but it's just kind of like the flavors that I love. I'm adding half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper for some heat. Half a teaspoon of salt. We can add more later if we need. And as an optional little addition, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. You can add whatever spices you want. The soup is really flavorful and delicious, but it accepts spices beautifully. So add all your favorites in, go to town. You can also find a lot of different variations of the classic recipe. If you're going to in Caribbean countries, you'll see different flavors added and so on and so forth. So it's really like a blank canvas that you can add so many things to. Okay, stir that in. It smells so good already. This is like, this is what cooking should be. I'm gonna stir this for about 2 minutes, stirring constantly so the garlic doesn't burn, but does become super fragrant. I'm also blooming those spices in the hot, hot oil and really letting their flavor kind of just explode out of there. Okay, oops, I forgot one thing. I'm gonna turn this off, take it off heat. We have to drain and rinse all of our black beans. So open those cans up and let's rinse them out. If you have any good suggestions for that bean juice or aquafaba, you can let me know in the comments. If these were garbanzo beans or chickpeas, I would totally save that. There's so many good uses for it, but I'm not sure about the black bean stuff. Right. My beans are clean, back to business. Back to medium heat. I'm gonna add my black beans. 4 cups of veggie broth. If you wanted to make this non-vegetarian, you could definitely use chicken broth, beef broth, any of your favorites. This smells delicious, but it would taste pretty dull because we need some acid in here. I want about a 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice. Squeeze that right in. Oh my might. I used to have a little lime press, remember? Cannot find my squeezer, so a fork will do just fine. Depending on how juicy your lime's in, limes are, you might need a few for a 1/4 cup. Or you could be lucky and get one giant juicy lime. One suggestion, just don't use the bottled lime juice. It's not the same. There are a bunch of soups that my mom used to make like on repeat when I was little, and a lot of them were finished off with a drizzle of olive oil and a drizzle of vinegar. I feel like it's a really classic way to finish a soup. Gives you a little bit of richness and that nice acidity too. If you did that too, let me know. I just want to see if it's like super common or kind of random. Stir that lime juice in, and now we're gonna bring this to a boil over medium-high heat. The soup needs to come together, so we have to like break down these flavors and let them infuse into the broth. My soup's come to a boil. I'm gonna reduce this heat to low, cover it, and let it simmer away. The secret to most soups, but especially this one, is the simmer time. It's actually all the spices and flavorings. But the other secret is the simmer time to let those flavors come together. And even though most of the ingredients are here right now, there's a couple more steps to go just to get every bit of taste and texture out of these ingredients. But for now, we're gonna let the soup simmer away for 25 minutes. Just remember to stir occasionally. My soup's been bubbling away for a little bit over 25 minutes. So now, ooh, so steamy. I'm gonna ladle about 2 cups right into my blender. This tastes really nice already, but I want a velvety smooth consistency. So where's the cups? There we go, that's about 2 cups. Open the blender vent. This is so hot, it can just push the top off if the vent isn't open. So leave it open, but maybe just a little bit of coverage. Okay, we're gonna pulse this until it's nice and smooth. And then we're just gonna pour this back in. There we go. And you're gonna let this cook uncovered for 10 to 20 minutes just so it thickens up even more. Super thick you want it? If you want this super thick, closer to 20, more slack, 10 or less. Before you leave your soup to simmer, it's time for a little taste test. This is where you wanna add in any additional seasonings. I mean, I really like that, but if you wanted to add some more salt, pepper, lime, whatever else you wanna add, this is the time. So it has that 10 to 20 minutes just to blend in and release some more flavor. That's good. Serve topped with avocado, cilantro, and lime, and you're ready to enjoy. That is so good. It's this hearty, comforting, has wonderful hits of acid and tang and all the spices coming together with all that cook time. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like this video, check out my Latin playlist.